Right, employing staff. Right, it's a legal, financial, and to be quite frank, emotional minefield, right? If you're opening a shop, obviously you're going to probably need to bite the bullet and just get yourself registered as an employer. But for the sake of just getting someone in casually when you work from home, you need to decide if the headaches involved are actually worth it, right? To employ staff, you have to have a good understanding of like employment law and your responsibilities as an employer. If you're paying someone, you've got to do it legally, because if you get caught, you're going to be in bother. Right, a few topics you might want to read up on, right? Here we go. Contracts, working hours, discrimination, holiday entitlement, maximum working hours, night working regs, overtime, rest breaks, dismissal process, grievance procedures, resignations and redundancies, disciplinaries, health and safety, pay as you earn, payroll, sick pay, maternity and parental leaves, P45s, P60s, P11Ds, minimum wage, national insurance, tax codes, pensions, immigrant workers, employers' liability insurance, and you have to file an employer's annual return as well. When I had staff, that was the worst, most brain-frying point of the year with doing my annual employer's return. It's a really difficult thing to do. So it's not for the faint-hearted, and it might cost you more time and money than it's worth. You know, you might just be better doing the work yourself. Right, a couple of legal ways of getting around it, right? You can employ a self-employed freelancer, but it is complicated and you need to be really careful that you're doing it properly. This person needs to be registered as self-employed, and at some point you may be asked to prove why you believe that they were registered self-employed before you hired them. Make sure you're both very clear regarding income reporting. They need to declare what you are paying them, and you need proof that you have paid them. So it's best if they invoice you for your time and do it that way for your books. You can't use this as a way of paying somebody less than minimum wage, right? Don't be an arsehole. If someone's helping you out, it don't matter if you're not earning a lot, their time is worth it to you. So don't pay them less than minimum wage, whatever you do. I'd still recommend, I would recommend drawing up a little contract between you and a freelancer, just to cover yourself and to cover what is expected on both sides. What I would say is, if you're paying somebody similar regular amounts, right, if you're employing them weekly over a long period of time, the government may suspect you of having a disguised employee. Basically, to try and save paying the government properly and to skip your employer responsibilities. If they prove that you've done this, you'll be fined for it. They love to throw fines at us, right? So also, if you employ a freelancer regularly for 2 years, they gain all the rights of an employee. They basically become an employee and they can come after you for your holiday pay and all that sort of stuff, which is right, to be fair on them. A freelancer won't have the rights of an employee, but they also won't have the responsibilities either. They can just decide they don't want to come in today. Simple as that. And you can't, it's not like you're going to sack them, is it? So how would I do it? Based on home cake makers and what we need, we tend to just need someone a little bit casual now and again, and quite often at short notice, because we've suddenly found out we're struggling. So it's not really worth all the paperwork. So either try and organise your own time better. I'll come to that later as I go through strategy and everything. I'll cover your time blocking and how to organise yourself. Dare I say this? Our capitalist government may not approve, but barter your time. Get a friend or a sister or a neighbour, whoever's willing, to come and they don't have to get their hands in the cake mix. They can just wash your pots for you, or take your kids round to theirs for a few hours so you can crack on. You can ask for help in the rest of your life. It doesn't have to be business related, just so you can spend more time working. Get some help there, but just make sure you pay their time back. If they wash your pots for a few hours, you have their kids on a Saturday night, or pay them in cheesecake. I've been known to trade grass cutting for birthday cakes, as long as both sides are agreeing. That way there's no money changing hands there's no issue. You're not going to get in any trouble for doing that. You know, it's just helping friends out, isn't it? Right. If I haven't put you off, or if you're in a position where you definitely do need to employ someone, I'll put the link to the government web pages regarding registering as an employer, and you can have a read for yourself all the different responsibilities and everything that you need to get into. Right. All right. Thank you.